And here we go, nice. So it's another Saturday, that means we got another stream at hand, and it's gonna be another grid drive. And today's second live grid drive is sponsored by General Motors, I think. Oh, let me check. I don't want to say anything wrong. But I'm pretty... Oh, it's Olympus Motors. I knew it was something with the Motors style. So it's Olympus Motors, and there's actually something that I would like to point out before we start with the drive. And the first thing is that I've got no idea why, but the number in the upper right is not correct. We are actually at 108 followers. That means we need another 42 for the next goal, which we can definitely achieve because YouTube says 80 to 90% of my viewers are not subscribed yet. That is a shame, so if you like the content, please consider to like the video and subscribe. And that really helps the channel with the algorithm. So yeah, another thing that I wanna point out is, let's get right to the game. They have redesigned the town again, which I don't think is a good idea because the roads are just so narrow at the moment. And this area over here does not really look like it fits to the rest, but it's their area, they can do what they want. I just don't think it looks particularly okay. But there's something else. There's a new owner over here. And as you can see, they are preparing some stuff, so maybe the city is growing even further. Which would be nice. There's also this little lakeside town over there, but from what I have been seeing, I think that is pretty much just a rental area, and my draw distance is not big enough at the moment. Anyways, we're gonna start the grid drive right now. I'm just a little bit concerned because I think I activated something that's... no, we're actually okay. Yeah, that's okay. You don't see it, but my screen right now is saying that my move lock is activated, so I was a bit concerned that maybe I couldn't move, but we're okay. So let's get right to the drive of Olympus Motors. And there we go. Ooh. And there we go. Maybe I should have just tried to fix it before the stream, but that was way too easy. Yeah, also I announced the stream earlier on Second Life, but yeah, I got some laundry to do today, and when I was trying to hang it all up, the doorbell rang and the postman had some stuff, and yeah, a lot of stuff happened, and here we go. So it's not too bad, but I think we are 10 minutes late or something. What's 10 minutes though? Okay, so we're gonna deliver some stuff. And we have to... what? Okay, we are going into space, I think. Oh, hopefully it's not the space station we got shot at again. Where the heck am I? Okay, let's check on the map. I think we're still on the train continent. That is quite some distance though. Also, I checked recently, there is still the amusement park somewhere over here. And the shrine somewhere over there. I checked because one of the amusement parks over here, which maybe you remember it was called the Lakeside Park, that actually vanished by now. But we still got the horror park over here with the ride that we took all of the turns on. Also, they are having a party over there. So why is the hut stuck today? Let's see. Move on to the tracks and there's a train. Okay, I guess we have to do this. Maybe I should have just sit in this. I'm not a big fan of trains. So we got some different background music today. I really hope it's not too annoying. But I kind of found it funny. And of course, we are looking into the wrong direction again. I guess that shouldn't surprise me anymore. So there has been a lot of stuff going on this week. I'm not even sure where to start. So first off, there was a sale for the best fish sticks in the area. And it's Captain Eagle, the baking fish sticks. We call them buck fish sticks. For baking buck. So yeah, they were on sale and usually they are about $4.48. But today they were only, well not today, I think it was Thursday or Wednesday, where they were on sale for 45% off. And if you don't want to do the math, that means the article that was for 4.48 was on sale for $2.49 or something. That's almost a steal. That's like take two and pay one. So that is what I did. I took a lot and paid half of it, and I barely fitted the boxes into my freezer. And that is basically because I took 10 boxes of fish sticks. It's kinda insane, but as I said, these are the best in the whole area, and oh my gosh. If they decide to reduce them to 50%, or let's be honest, 45%, you just have to grab them. So yeah, it was a bit awkward to fit all of the stuff into the freezer afterwards, but oh my god, it's been so worth it. It's just a shame that the week before they had some really good pizzas for sale, and they kinda filled up the freezer as well. So I guess up till the next month I'll just be living from fish sticks and pizza. But if you remember them, I've been complaining a lot about my salary and how tight it gets with paying all of the stuff recently and covering my bills and rent and all. And yeah, my boss was on holiday for quite a while, but early this week, basically on Tuesday, I finally got the talk in, and yeah, what to tell. I got a salary rise of almost 20%. That is insane. And it's almost $1,000 more a month before taxes. After the taxes is obviously a lot less. Almost $400 to $500 a month more though, so I'm pretty happy right now, and I celebrated it by eating so much crap. I'm not even trying to hide it. I went home and before I got home I stopped at the supermarket and celebrated and I went through all of the aisles and I got some donuts, I got some ice cream, I got some fruit gums and all of the crap. There's some new lasagna, some fish sticks obviously, and yeah, I just went really wild on the shopping cart. I'm having so much fun though. I'm still consuming all of the stuff. Especially some of the gummy bears I haven't had in almost, I don't know, 4 or 3 years maybe. And they are really good. That's the Haribo Trophy Fruity. Yeah, it's an odd name, but they are really good. They are especially good if you just bite a little part off and then you just keep it in your mouth and suckle on it. That sounds so wrong. I just remembered that you can just clip stuff and maybe I shouldn't have said it. But yeah, they are really good. And yesterday I had some chickens. Basically it's called a chicken pen. And what it is, you get 4 pieces of chicken leg or chicken thigh. And it's about $3.50 or something, so it's a pretty good deal, but it comes frozen and you have to bake it for about 1 hour, which is all okay. And it was so yummy. I'm just talking about food all the time. Well, believe it or not, but while I've been trying to save some money, most of the stuff that I saved was literally on food. So I'm really having a party at the moment. I'm already thinking about what I'll have today. Maybe I'm gonna take some lasagna out of the fridge and prepare it with some extra mozzarella on top. Yeah, that sounds really good. Oh my god. That was quite a wild ride. Anyways, yeah, there's been a few more stuff going on this week. There was an update to the Pokemon Live trading card game, and I think the hat is stuck. So right now there is a thing that is called trainer battles, and yeah, it's a bit hard since the first 2 weeks of the trainer battles where basically you can only have each card once in your deck, which is really difficult. And they announced a new set of rules earlier this week, which is basically you must have 2 copies of each card in your deck. So maybe a few weeks further you have to do 3 copies of each card. So I don't know, that would be pretty silly. But it is what it is. And as I said, you have to have 2 copies of each card. So that means each item, each trainer, each Pokemon, up to the special energy, everything needs to be in your card or in your inventory twice. What makes it kind of hard to make the deck. But I'm okay with what I got. And it's a lot easier than everything needs to be there once. There we go. Since, it makes it a lot easier to get the stuff that you need in your hand. Basically doubles the rates. Alrighty. So I've been thinking that maybe later today we could do some daily quests in Pokemon Live, if you guys want. But there has also been a new early access release on a game that I was watching, and it's called Wild Assault. And it's basically a shooting game with for fairies. And it's looking really fun, but I'm really bad at this kind of games. And there's another negative aspect, the TOS, which is the terms of service. They are really kinda nuts on this game. So what they are saying is basically, if you play the game online and you stream it, they got all rights on whatever you made. So if I make a video, they get full rights on my video to use it, to distribute it, to turn it into advertising, to copy it, and they can just send it to third parties that can also copy it and use it for all kinds of stuff, and I don't know if I like that idea. That's a lot of stuff that is going out of my control. And it's also saying that in case I want to get the stuff deleted on their servers, which is by law something that the EU pretty much guarantees you. They are not in the EU, and they are saying that basically because of the wide distribution that the TOS is granting them, they cannot guarantee me that the stuff that I want to get deleted can be deleted, even since it is just getting sent out to so many third parties that they cannot delete it on their servers as well. And considering that it's an Asian agency that is pretty much making this game, I would say they have a single company that is making the game, a second company that is taking the stuff that is made, all of the content online, and then they got a third agency that they just send all of the stuff to. So if you request the stuff to be deleted, the second company just says, yeah, sorry, we don't have all of the stuff anymore. And there's no way that they can go and collect and delete the stuff on the third company. That is pretty much bullshit. But yeah, it is what it is, and if you guys want to see me play it, I guess we can do it. I don't mind if they take the stuff that I stream and make it into advertisement and stuff. I'm just not a big fan of it, of the idea to lose the control over my stuff. But oh my god, I think we're crashing. And before we crash, I forgot to get the editor window on. So let me just do this before we crash. But yeah, we got a few options actually for what to play. So even if you don't want me to play the Wild Assault game, there we go. We can still play something else. I mean, I still have not played Supermarket Simulator. I have not yet played the Star Wars Clone Commando. And we have not played a lot of other games in a while. I mean, we played Among Us last weekend, which was quite fun. But we haven't been in, for example, the trading card game Shop Simulator for a while. We can always just play Monster Hunter Wilds again, even though it's absolutely driving me mad. This game is beyond frustrating for me. But yeah, if you got a game that you want to be on the channel, you want to watch being played, or if it's a multiplayer game, maybe you even want to join playing the game, just drop it in the comments down below the video and I'll check it. I read all of my comments and usually I also answer them. And yeah, if there's something, then just drop it there and there's a good chance that we play it. Unless it's something that I really hate. Okay, we're heading to the parking lot. I guess it's this one over there. I have also been looking into the clipping of the sound. You know, when sometimes when I talk and the background music is playing and stuff is going on, it makes this nasty quake sound. It's so hard to reproduce. But yeah, I've been looking into this and I try to solve it, but it seems that it's not really an issue with the microphone or an issue with the recording software. It could be either an overload of monitoring on OBS or a frequency difference between the recording stuff and the audio output stuff. So you know that all of the devices got a certain frequency, we call it hertz. And if the frequency is different between the devices, that can cause this kind of disturbance in the sound. But yeah, that is definitely a task for another day. Oh my gosh, why again? At least I don't have to blur it out today. He wasn't messing anyways. But yeah, that is definitely a task for another day, since I got quite a few chores today. So right before the stream, I was finishing one machine of laundry. After the stream, I have to do the second machine of laundry. Well, basically it's running as we talk. And later today, I also got to exchange the bed sheets. So that's gonna be a third machine of laundry, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, yeah, so half the day the washing machine is just running. What the heck? I think it was the vehicle of the girl over there, but I don't wanna look at it. Okay, we are ready to go. And I missed the road again. Okay, there we go. I've also tidied up my OBS a bit, so we got a lot less not visible stuff going on in the back. So maybe it reduces the lag and improves the quality a bit. At least that's what I hope. You know, like I had all of the different backgrounds saved for a later time. I'm just considered to show and hide the one that we use. And it always means that I got a lot of sources in my scenes that are just not visible but running in the back and stuff. Which is maybe not a good idea. I wonder if I'm supposed to be here. But I think so. There's also been another update to some of my streaming stuff. It's always nice when you sit down, you want to start the stream, you click the buttons and move. Update. Oh my gosh. There we go. That was much easier than just going backwards. Oh, there's a big Pikachu. That seems kinda new though. I think we are passing by even. So let's take a good look at Pikachu. You didn't see that. Ah, dang it. Let's take a quick break and check out the big Pokemon. This is pretty well made. A lot of them look a bit silly, but this is actually really good. Alrighty. Back in the days when I was still going to middle school, I think it was, I was really good at making Pokemon sounds. Which maybe I shouldn't have said. But yeah, we were still kids, and I think most of the kids are doing this when they are young. So judge me all you want. I don't think I can still do that though. That's been like 20 years in the past. Oh my gosh. Yeah, every time someone is mentioning their age, and it remembers me just how old I am as well. It's just surprising me again. And I think the time is flying so fast recently. I mean, it's already April and it feels like we just barely passed by on Christmas and New Year and all of the holidays and stuff. And almost a third of the year's over already. Like, where did it go? That is so insane. Also, I have heard earlier that this drive was not made by Chrissy. So maybe it was made by this, the other girl that... I forgot the name. Bailana. Maybe it's made by Bailana. Even though I have no idea who that is. But so far, it's been a pretty good drive. It was just this one point on top of the spiral tower, which was a bit confusing, but aside of that, it's been a really good drive. And I think I'm stuck. Also, I think the hut is pointing to an old checkpoint. Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh, the leg is real at the moment. Also, Saturdays are absolutely crazy in terms of animes. There are so many new series today. Or at least the episode releases today. It's not really new anymore, but it's absolutely crazy that all of the days of the week you get like maybe 3 or 4, and today it's almost like 20 or something. And I'm not watching all of them, but there's at least 5 or 6 one that I try to follow at least, and that is insane. I kinda liked it more last season because it was a lot more spread. Over the week you had like 1 or 2 episodes every day that you could watch. And now it's just like I think Monday is pretty bad. Maybe Wednesday. I don't know. I would have to check, but today is absolutely crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh no. That was close. Also, here's a little fun fact. One of the people that I know in real life recently considered to start streaming, but not on YouTube, on Twitch, because they are not doing second live streams. Long story short, they were absolutely prepared. They knew that streaming is something that takes time and gaining followers is really slow and stuff, but they're streaming twice a week and they are still stuck at, I think it's 19 at the moment, which is absolutely crazy. And they are doing this since almost half a week, half a year, so that is something. And I thought that things were going slow on this channel, but it's really just the amount of people that are streaming these days. There are so many that it's really hard to gain any new followers. But yeah, maybe if they are actually interested, we could do some collabs and stuff. Like playing Repo or something. That would be fun. I'm still afraid to use the clowns on a break background music. Every time I'm using it we crash. Oh, also, I'm not sure if I mentioned it yet, but I actually finished the Rise of the Ronin earlier last week, or maybe this week, I'm not sure. The days were just flying by. And I have to say, the end is really blah. Like, you're fighting a lot towards the end, and it's so anticlimactic. Basically you play up to the point. This is a spoiler. There is this guy from the Shogunate. He's called Katsu. And there is this guy that we met on top of the temple, which got the big husky pet. Some kind of a monk or something with a big pole that she's swinging around. And he becomes the new leader of the rebels, who are fighting for the emperor against the shogunate. And they are basically trying to make a peace treaty between the two factions and establish some kind of a council or a parliament. And while they are having some talks, the twin plate, which is basically your counterpart, is approaching the session or the meeting that they are having. And you are just standing there outside of the gate and meeting your plate twin, and yeah, you are fighting them once, and you get the choice to kill them or to spare them. And then you watch the city burn, and they are like, huh, maybe I was wrong. And you're like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And that's the game. Yeah, as I said, the end is really blah. Yeah, but the game itself was absolutely funny. And that is not really the only end of the game. Like, if you finished it, you will unlock what is called, I think it's the Nightmare mode or something, which basically turns Rise of the Ronin into Souls, into Dark Souls. Every single hit is at least a third of your health. And there is a lot of lost enemies that are like, if you get hit by the entire, what is it called, the combo, then you're pretty much dead. So it gets just really difficult, but you have to replay all of the local uprising missions again, and the fugitives are back. But in order to manage to survive, you can unlock new gear, which is not really new, but it's a new rarity class. So if you play the game on the standard mode, then you get up to the legendary stuff, which is orange or yellow. And if you play the nightmare mode, you can get red stuff, which is like a mythical gear, which is stronger, but it's still the same than the regular. And yeah, that is pretty much the game. So unlike Monster Hunter Wilds, where, oh my god, we still unlock new monsters and quests and stuff, you just get to replay the game on a higher difficulty, and I don't think I can just do this without going crazy. But yeah, I'm still really hyped because of the big success in the salary talks. That's been crazy. I never expected to get exactly the amount that I was asking for, but you know, I'm a fox. So definitely I prepared and I tried to be smart about it. And I entered the talks and I literally demanded a lot more than I wanted. So just that I can go like, you know, I am aware that it's a lot to ask, and I'm flexible, and I don't wanna be like such an ass, and we can settle down on a smaller amount because it's such a big step. But you know, the smaller amount is basically the amount that I was asking from the start, which I originally wanted to end on. And I think that was pretty smart. If you enter these talks and you really just say the amount that you want, then you will have almost a guarantee that you will have to talk and negotiate and settle down on less than you wanted. It's like a bazaar. You have to, what is it called? Negotiate. You have to negotiate a bit. And you need to keep the other side away to that they feel like they actually made a difference and got a little to bargain. Also, hey there, Flip. Oh my god. Yeah, today is a pretty good day, I have to say. I've just been talking about how the talks about the salary rise were really successful and all of the stuff that I've been eating since. And I obviously have to save up a bit of money for the new car, and I think I also have to do the annual checkup in this month, or maybe the next month. But yeah, after I saved up a bit, I think I deserved to buy myself something. I just have not settled on what it's gonna be. How are you doing though? I always hope that my viewers are having a great day. And it's even better if I can contribute to making the day better. Oh my gosh. I've been considering to maybe use some of the money that I get extra and get myself a third outfit. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Are you living in the Antarctic or something? Yes, it's snowing right now. It's almost 20 degrees outside here. Which is really good. I'm saving so much money again from not having to put on the heaters. Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. Even though I have to say, if we got some 18 to 20 degrees right now, but early in the morning we still got frost. So the weather is a bit crazy at the moment. Every day of the week, I have to defrost my car before I drive to work. And then just a few hours later, it's like, yeah, so warm that you can sit around in a t-shirt. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm from Europe, so that is quite a distance. I have no idea how the weather is in New York. But still, it's surprising that it's snowing. Especially in a big city like New York or even the upstate. That is pretty rare, I think. Wasn't there like a big snow catastrophe like 1 or 2 years ago? I think there was something that I heard in the news that there was just so much snow. Or maybe it's been even older. As I said, the time is just flying by, it's crazy. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we made it back on the road. Okay. You are sure that there's not a volcano nearby or something? You know, it could be ash. And I feel like there's a lot of erupting volcanoes at the moment. I heard just the other day there was one of the Philippines ones that erupted. Well, it sounds funny, but volcanoes are really dangerous. And if you're living near one, then I really hope that you're safe. Especially on the Philippines at the moment. That being said, I got a really old friend living on the Philippines, and I haven't heard much from him at the moment, but I know that he's finishing college. And he's also in the IT sector. So I can completely understand that he's quite busy at the moment. It's still a shame though, we had quite a lot of fun watching stuff and playing games and talking and stuff. But it is just what it is, and as time goes by, people just get busy and do their own stuff. I know that there is one, but I haven't heard anything about it recently. I did hear that someone tried to take a bath in one of the areas around the Yellowstone, and the guy actually dissolved into nothing, which is absolutely crazy. This is not onsen. It's a hot spring, but you shouldn't bath in it. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely full. I think it's actually been quite a while ago though. There are actually some reports that say that one of the European volcanoes is over the at the moment. I think it's in front of the harbor of Greece or something. Also, I'm really bad with geographic stuff, so don't even ask me what area there is. I know there's this ocean there, and we call it a Little Mare, but I have no idea what you call it. Maybe Pacific? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that could also be. I mean, Spain is basically on the other side of the water area there. If I remember correctly. Which is not guaranteed. Yeah. Greetings to my geography teacher from last school. He definitely gave up on me. Okay, I think we're having a break. There we go. That did not make it better. Also, here's a little reminder that there's... Oh wait, I think I don't have it over here. Well, dang it. No reminder then. But the little pet in the corner over there is interactive. Yeah, sometimes they do this. I realized that a lot of the time recently the browsers are just absolutely insane. They are clogging up so much of your CPUs and memory that it's unholy actually. Sometimes I just open the task manager to check out what is causing so much lag and the heat on the computer, and it is just Firefox having like 14 or 15 threads open and running, and I only got one open tab on Firefox. That is absolutely wild. I'm not sure what they are doing though. I think it's about time that they make some stuff like lightweight browsers and something that really only got the stuff that you need for the browser to work. I mean, it's nice that you got all of the options with the CSS analyzer and the network traffic analyzer and stuff. But on a regular basis at home, you really only need a basic browser with the lightweight, the basic browser functionality. Interesting. I thought that was a window. Welcome back. Okay, that is definitely good. I think that is supposed to be the case, actually. If you didn't see it, then something is definitely off. I'm kind of expecting the map to open up. Would be surprising if they didn't do it. There we go. Also, I think, I'm not sure if that's actually the case, but I think that today I can be understood a bit clearer because I played a lot with the sliders on the audio mixer in OBS. And I also added some filters, whatever they are called. And I mixed around a bit, and I think I pretty much got a solid mix right now. Especially since I divided the audio input from the one source, which was my headset, into different sources. Nice. That was actually the target of my work doings. Oh, I was supposed to take off. I guess we don't slow down then. Yeah, I still remember when I started streaming and things were a lot different then. There was so much more clipping in the sounds, there was a lot of the microphone sounds were not really captured well, and sometimes normal breathing was disturbing the sound of the voice, where I had to use a noise gate. And there's just so much stuff that nobody's telling you when you start to stream. And I'm pretty sure that there's still a lot of room for improvements, but for someone who is not doing this professional, I think this is pretty good. At least I hope so. Oh, it's not just the audio. It is definitely not just the audio. It took so much time before I figured out how the video quality is set up and why some of my streams are just absolutely weird sometimes. And you know, if you stream, then you take basically the video from your laptop, but there are so many settings, like the resolution of your screen has to be the same resolution of the recorded window. Otherwise, the video is just appearing stretched. And stuff like this is absolutely insane. And then you got all of this extras, like the sliders and the scene transfers. The thanks for watching, and the stream is starting screen and transitions and stuff. And there's just so much that nobody's telling you at the start. And I really wish someone had. There's actually a lot of YouTube videos that can help you with stuff like this. Oh, that is crazy. I'm really bad at video editing. Yeah, well, now just imagine the same situation, but I don't even know how to video edit well. So I really just was an absolute beginner in the start. And it's been about a year, but I think we have managed to get quite the stable setup. There's still a bit of clipping here and there, but in a lot of the cases I just log into my software and click on the start button, enter the little description for the video, and we are pretty good to start. And it is an achievement, I think. And if someone is out there streaming, then I would highly recommend looking into the new beta stuff on OBS in terms of window audio. You know, there usually you can add some different audio sources, but that is only like the microphone or the speakers, stuff like this, and you don't really have control over what is on the speakers. Unless you want to fumble around in the Microsoft settings. And the new beta stuff on OBS allows you to record the audio on the single window, which is absolutely great. It's a fantastic feature. Right now I got the microphone, the pad, my alerts, and I got the recording window, which is set as one of these new beta inputs for the window audio. And it's working really well. You just have to remember to change the window in the settings if you plan to play another game. Otherwise, it's obviously muted. I'm surprised it didn't happen yet. That's usually absolutely up the stuff that I would do myself. Also, going back a little in the topics, Pokemon Live just released a new beta version where you can play a lot more cards than usual. So the Pokemon trading card game is usually proceeding in the ages where all of the cards got a little letter in the lower right or the lower left. And that is basically standing for the generation it appeared in. And as the card game proceeds, the rules are also fitted, and more of the older cards become invalid for the standard gameplay. Which is a bit nasty, but also keeps the game a bit interesting, but there have been issues where almost my entire deck became invalid after a single update. But there's a new mode that is also a beta at the moment, which is called Erweitert in German. I have no idea what it's called in English. I guess expanded or something. And in this mode you can play so many old cards again. And even my favorite card deck, which was a Zoroark deck, which managed to play almost on the same level as the Charizard decks, which is insane. So yeah, maybe I gonna try this again if you... Oh my gosh. Mayday, mayday. Oh my gosh. We are still alive. I have no idea how, but that was wild. Okay, never mind. I just hit a corner. And I think we're dying. This is not looking good. This happens when you get too distracted. Oh my gosh. I did not expect to hijack this vehicle. That is kind of funny though. I wonder if there's a place with missing rights, but I don't think so. Well, not gonna lie, we survived pretty long. I did not expect to make it this far in the single outing. It is Second Life after all. But yeah, as I mentioned, we got the new expanded beta. That is pretty nice because I really miss my old deck. It had the Zoroark V-Star, which lets you replace your entire hand and draw 7 cards, and it got one of these overpowered attacks where I think you needed 2 colorless energy and it would let you do damage based on the amount of your own benched Pokemon with damage counters. So if you played with the Swamp and all of your benched Pokemon got some damage on them, I think the attack did something like 300 damage in one swoop for only 2 colorless energy. And that is crazy. Yeah, I really loved the game. And as I mentioned, it was really strong since I almost managed to fight Charizard decks with it. And if you play the game, then you know that these stupid dragons are absolutely overpowered. I think I even posted my deck list on Fire Affinity. And right now, the things that I struggle most against is the festival stuff. With the Catapultra and Ogapon, they are absolutely nuts. And Hops is also really strong. They got some absolutely broken stuff like healing your Pokemon for all of the damage. That is unheard of. At some point I stopped watching the show. I'm not sure how long I watched it, but it was just a bit boring at a while because Ash does not age. He does not evolve his Pokemon. He always basically does the same stuff. Gets into trouble, fights against Team Rocket, wins in the end. It became pretty dull. And there's just so much other stuff that you can watch instead. And I also have to say that I skipped a lot of the games. I think I played Red, I played Sapphire, I played Emerald, I think, Gold, and Violet. And I think that's all of them. Oh, I also played Pokemon Snap and Colosseum. But it's not really part of the series. And the thing is, usually if they go and release a new Pokemon game, then I spoiler myself and look at the Pokemon list, and I only really get the game if I like the Pokemon. And if the list is just full of stuff that is looking weird, like Driftoon and stuff like this, then I don't know. I don't really want to play the game because I would just be stuck with a lot of stuff that I don't like. And the thing about Scarlet and Violet is that you can actually play with all of the starters again, and there's even the Fox Pokemon again, which the name I forgot, that develops from Fennekin. And it also got Solrock in it. So yeah, I managed to get an entire full team of just foxes. Ninetales, the Lowland Ninetales. Then the thing that develops from Fennekin Solrock and the Hisuian Solrock. You can make an entire fox team in the game. Delphox. The name is Delphox. I kinda like this one, it's just looking really silly. And I think they said that they would give it another mega evolution. So I'm really surprised and also curious about what it's gonna look like. A mega Delphox. This sounds kinda crazy. I'm just surprised that they didn't go and give Solrock a mega. That would be sick. And I think the people would really love it. Mega Solrock. I don't know, just throw it some more tails or something. Okay. I just looked at the text in the lower left, and I did misread this so badly. It said, "Park your vehicle and deliver your cargo." And for some reason I have no idea why. It looked like, "Park and get rid of your crap." And that would have been so much more funny. So this is wild. Amazing flying. Okay, one more piece to deliver. Yeah, get rid of your crap. We're just getting rid of our crap here. I love it. Maybe I have to make another drive just to build this in. That would be so fun. Wait a minute. I think I know this airport. We've come quite far, considering that we started in the train island. I love it. This is so fun. So if I'm not mistaken, then we are in the airport in the south. Yep, called it. Also, I'm surprised that there's stuff so much further south. I have never been to one of these places over here. Or over here. Yeah, today is a bit of a silly news. I was considering to use the stuff from the last time again, but I also liked... Okay, there was some lag over there. Oh my gosh. I also like to change it up. Change it up from time to time. That was so wild audio lag. I would like to point out that despite the stream being quite stable and stuff, I'm on a really bad internet connection. This is a 100k only, So yeah, I'm actually surprised that the things are quite stable as they are. Well, if the stuff is owned by Second Life itself, then they usually make a bit of a panorama stuff out of it. Like in the Snowlands, you get the mountains and the ski lifts and stuff, and that is all owned by Linden Labs. And it's not really that bad. I mean, it secures that there's at least some areas that are not private, while all of the other stuff can basically just filled up with security orbs. Oh, here's another fun fact. Last week we officially got the Minecraft movie in the cinemas. At least over here. I have not seen it yet. I have never played Minecraft. But I'm definitely gonna watch the movie. I just have to say, and even though I am aware that this is a very unpopular opinion and you may not like it, but I don't think that Jack Black is a good choice for Steve. They just look so different. I'm not opposed to this kind of building games, but I really don't like the graphics. And I'm also afraid that if I start, I'm just sinking way too many hours into it. The best example for this is Fallout 4. I have played Fallout 4 and spent all of my Christmas vacation just to build the settlement at the start. And I turned it into a freaking castle so big. It was bigger than some of the in-game towns. So yeah, if I'm gonna play some building and build-up games, then there's a good chance that it escalates a lot. I just so happened to read a news article about Hollywood's most hated artist, and I was so surprised that the most unpopular person in Hollywood is actually Adam Sandler. And I don't get it. I think he's doing a pretty good job. So yeah, the mainstream opinion is just strange sometimes. And that is the face that I made. Yes, I know, and I don't get why he's so unpopular. I mean, he's not one of my favorites, I have to say. And they are not bad. Some of my favorites are Simon Pegg. Then we got Tom Cruise, which is also a very unpopular opinion. And I also like the movies of Mr. Bean. Mr. Atkinson. It's kind of sad that everybody just remembers him as Mr. Bean. But it's just such a big role that he played. But yeah, those are my top 3 favorite actors in Hollywood. I have to say I do not like that Simon Pegg is trying to enter the stage on the big movies. He was doing absolutely fine in the movies that he did, like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, End of the World. That is stuff that was absolutely fire. I loved them so much. I still love them when they are aired on the TV, and I got all of them on DVD. And ever since he tried to do some serious stuff like Mission Impossible and stuff, it is just not him. He's not doing bad, but he should have sticked to the comedic stuff and his own type of... What? Nick? I don't know. Nick Wilde. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea who you mean. The only Nick that I know is a fox. Also, fun fact. I heard that Disney is actually working on Zootopia 2. Which I got mixed feelings about. They are ruining a lot of the movies at the moment with being overly woke and including stuff. Oh, I know who you mean, but I don't know the name. Honestly, that sounds like a made-up name. Nick Frost. Oh my god, I just realized if you cover him in snow, he becomes Frosty the Snowman. This is so wild. Okay, now I can't get the song out of my head. Frosty the Snowman. I don't know, I think Simon Pegg is doing a lot better in the movies. But yeah, he's definitely part of them, and it just would be odd without him. But I think they're done. I am surprised. The Drive mentioned that we have to deliver some stuff into space, but they just took the stuff and sent it into space. And we're actually done here. And there we go. This is Olympus Motors, and not General Motors. I think this is the creator that's always absolutely generous. They are usually giving out a lot of vehicles. Oh my god, I just thought I crashed. Also, I have been thinking lately that maybe I should reduce my area over here into half. It's not really used much, and it would save me almost 100 bucks a year. But then again, it's just about 10 bucks a month. Not really worth it. Okay, there's only one vehicle today. I mean, that's the standard. That is pretty much okay. Let's see what it is. It kinda looks like a Ferrari. Or a Lamborghini or something, but more like a Ferrari. Is this what you call them? It sounds so odd when you talk. Ferrari. Oh, you cannot open it. Oh, there we go. Interesting. I kind of expected them to open abroad. And not just sideward. Okay, that is interesting. We got a flight option. Honestly, that's really funny. I'm not complaining, I'm just analyzing. Okay, that is nice. We got full control over the stuff. Steering is always important. The brake and the gears. That is very good. The shifting, I guess we can ignore at the moment. We can switch. Oh, interesting. This is actually very well made. And if we switch them off again, that was the wrong button. There they go. Yeah, that is kinda nice. Okay, we got a lot of options for the body. Oh, that is very shiny. And this kinda looks like it didn't dress yet. So the second is the interior, which is the seats, I guess. Let's see. I'm not really seeing it. Okay, I guess we can go with this. And the last one is the rims. The Pacific rims. Oh, they forgot a part over here. It is still red. Okay, I think I got it. Let's see if we can edit it. Yes, we can. Nice. So we can also go over here and fix the little red. And there we go. Now let's see how it drives. Okay, it's one of these cars. Oh, did I mention that I do not like the narrow road? They have changed the area again and it's just not very practical anymore. Yes, I do, but I don't recall it very much. That has been just a little bit before my time. I'm not that old. I mean, I'm pretty old, but not that old. Okay, I have to say the vehicle is oversteering quite a bit. And I'm not big of a fan of this kind of vehicle because It doesn't feel like you drive. It feels like the car is dragged around. Like you can probably see it from the way it's driving. It's not really looking like it drives, it just looks like you are moved forward. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's not a bad vehicle, but it's definitely not something that I would be using every day. And maybe we are driving it a bit next drive. And compared to the Super 80 from CHC, nope. Nope, nope. There's just worlds in between. Also, hey there, Pio. This was a really funny drive. This is so shiny. Alrighty, I think that is all for the car testing. Oh my god, I just realized what it said. That is unbelievable. That is so wild. Do not do this. I wonder if you can change the plate. This is so wild. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of options, and if I am using it, then I definitely have to trade it. That is absolutely rotten. Oh my god. Alrighty. And it seems that they increased to the... or decreased to the auto return value. Gosh dang it. Alrighty. But this is it for now. I think I'm gonna stream again later today. Again, if you got anything that you would want to see on the channel, then post it down below in the comments. The options for today, I don't know, I think Supermarket Simulator or Star Wars Clone Commando or maybe Wild Assault. Which is the new game that I'm really unsure about because of the toss. We'll see, but maybe I'm just playing some Pokemon Live. Anyways, if you enjoyed it, please consider to like and subscribe. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you want to see something on the channel. And yeah, most important, have a nice day. Alrighty, bye.